live. Right on. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes here. We will get everyone populated into the room. Hopefully you guys are having a good Sunday here. I just took my kids down to the skate park. They had a fantastic time. They are riding their new scooters. It's just a kind of a lazy Sunday. So, hey Matt, can you please tell me if the audio is working okay, if it's too high, too low? I just want to make sure that this microphone is working. I haven't actually used it for a live stream yet. This is my first live stream. So, okay, Matt and JazzyNet100, thank you so much. Audio is pretty good. So, so the topic today, of course, is the Mavic Air. And I did order one, so we're just going to go over the reasons I bought one and the reasons I don't have a photography drone right now. Stickmix is saying good evening. So actually, I'm going to open another tab here so I can maybe look at your guys's. I can see my stream and read comments from the screen as I go along here. So hang on just a second, guys, as I tune into my own channel. Oh, I better sign on to my, I switch my account. Luckily, you guys can't see the details of the screen yet. So how's everyone doing? Happy Sunday to everyone. The kids are off in the neighborhood, so I've got about 20 minutes to do a quick live stream. So I'm happy that you guys joined me. Let's see. Oh, live now. Look, there's 7 demo 7. Sweet. So I'm going to turn the volume off. And so I can see you guys' chat right up here. Awesome. That's pretty cool. So I won't always have to like look at the screen and scroll on the screen. So so I did order I pre-ordered a Mavic Air. It's one of those things I've been meaning to do for my channel for a long time because I'm always flying airplanes, and it'd be really nice if I could just take my drone up into the air, park it into the air, and get a couple flyby, get a couple shots, and I can use the hand gestures to actually move it without the controller, which is pretty enticing for me. So I thought that was going to be pretty cool. But I haven't had a photography drone. I haven't had a photography drone since about the DJI F450 days, where we were using the nozzle light, and you know, I think I took a drone to about 2 miles at that time, and that was pretty groundbreaking with my little DX6i, which is pretty crazy that radio could take the drone that far. But I had an F450 and an F550, which was the hexacopter, and man, we had to do so much to get our footage so stable. I mean, and still everything that we would do, you'd still see a little bit of jiggle, and then you'd see the props and everything. So the drones these days, and a lot of guys up at Kite Hill, they have the Phantom 4 Pros, they've got the Mavics, they've got pretty much every drone that you can think of. And I've been watching these guys and how much stunning footage that these guys get with their drones is really, really amazing. And the footage is rock solid. I mean, they'll park their Phantom up in the air and leave it there for 20 minutes, and they're filming a time lapse of the onshore flow coming over the hills right there at Kite Hill. Amazing footage. So what they'll do is they'll do almost like a hyperlapse of it, or like a time lapse, and just getting some fantastic footage. So I don't want to be left out of the boat anymore. So you know, I like the Spark. I thought that was pretty cool. The thing I didn't like about the Spark, number one, was that it had 2-axis gimbal, and anytime you get any yawing of the craft, you ruin your photo. You ruin your video instantly. That harsh yaw maneuver will kill any video right off the bat. So I didn't want to get the Spark. I like the size of it, and the Mavic at the time for me was pretty expensive. So the Mavic with the Fly More combo, I think you're looking at about $1,500. So, so this is a happy melding, I think, of the two. The Mavic being this one being folding, this one also having the 3-axis gimbal, and also being able to shoot in 4K. Now the Spark could only do 1080p. What I'm really interested as far as video goes from the drone, I want to do 2K at 60 frames per second. So I don't always have to shoot in 1080, which would bring the resolution down. If I can shoot in 2K, and I can slow that footage down by half, which is usually a nice slow motion effect, and still keep a 2K image, is really attractive to me. So the reason I bought this, it was kind of the right time. I think it ticks off all the boxes that I need. The other thing is that I'm not looking to get a drone to do films of aerial photography. That's just not something I'm interested in. As you guys know, I tell a lot of stories. I tell a story about here's me getting an airplane, here's me building an airplane, here's me flying an airplane. It's always storytelling, and the shots that you're going to be getting from a photography drone is going to be anywhere from 2-second shots to 4-second shots, sometimes 8-second shots, depending on what you're doing, time lapses. Those are the things that are really important to me, and I just need something that has super stable footage at 2K 60, and something that, I mean, the fact that I can control it with some hand gestures is just a bonus. So that in itself is really attractive to me, and it's a decently it's a decent price. But when you go to the Fly More combo, which gives you 2 extra batteries and a bunch of accessories, that brings your total with the DJI Care, which allows you to crash your drone like 3 times and then they replace it, which was $89. It brought my total to just over $1,000. That's a G. So it was like $1,068, something like that. $1,033, somewhere right around there. But that was a hard pill to swallow. But I think it's going to be a drone that's going to last me for quite a long time. The flight time does not worry me that much. It being just a Wi-Fi drone does not worry me that much because the range is still up to like 2 kilometers. I don't need to fly that far. I would rarely get a quarter mile for myself. So, yeah. So, sorry, there's somebody just pulling into our yard here. We live across the street from a church, and there's always people eyeballing our driveway. So, all right. So let me just. I have a couple notes here, and in a moment I will look back at you guys' questions. So if there's any questions, jot them down on the comment section, and I will address those in just a moment. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. You guys are the ones that make this channel possible. Can you donate to me, Aaron says. I don't think so. If you're in Southern California, I'll be selling some airplanes pretty soon. So Mr. White says, evening, mate. So I'm a member of the Facebook group. It's like DJI Mavic Pro owners group and all that stuff like that. You guys should see the amount of drama that is going on with the drone, the Mavic Air. Like, some people are like, it's trash and it's a horrible drone. It's not going to do anything. I made a thread on there. I went on there saying, listen, you guys, no one's going to be looking at full cinematic movies of your drone footage. It gets boring after about 10 seconds. I can't stand watching drone footage of just drone footage. It has to be a part of an ongoing story. I mean, did you guys agree with me? I can't stand watching other people's drone stuff. It's kind of funny. So I went on there and basically explained to everyone, like, listen, this is a drone that for me, the tools, these are all tools. The Mavic is a tool, the Spark is a tool, the Phantom is a tool. You use those tools to your advantage. And the point I made was, it doesn't matter if it's a $30,000 Red Epic camera being flown by a $20,000 hexacopter or a Spark. If whatever's behind that camera, as long as the footage is stable and you're getting the cinematic or storytelling effect that you want, then it doesn't matter what's behind the drone. It doesn't matter. You can achieve your goals with whatever tools you have in your quiver. So, what do you guys think about that? I mean, like I said, this package being so small is something that's going to come with me on all of my maiden flights, for doing some more cinematic shots that I can add to my videos. So like I said, it is just pretty cool. And Relax Video 3D, he was talking about like the panorama. There's a lot of new modes. I'm really excited about the asteroid mode and also the boomerang mode, which allows it to just go up and do a set pattern while keeping you in focus or in the shot, which is something I'm really excited about. So let me turn my head here, guys. Oh geez, I just saw myself. Let's see if I wish I could click on just the live chat here. So let me just go up to the top here. Let me make sure I haven't missed any questions here. Matt Holiday says hello. Hello, Matt. Hey, hello, JazzyNet100. Matt Holiday sounds great. Trent Jones says the sound is awesome. JazzyNet says hashtag RTNO. That's right. And my kids are coming home right now. You might see my kids here in just a second. Aiden, you jumped the 6 stairs. Hey, I'm doing a live chat right now. So you guys want to come in and say hi real quick?
Hello, it's Aiden.
This is our neighbor Eli, and this is my daughter Margot here. So.
And this is Aiden.
So guys, can you guys give me a second? I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna say hi to everyone, and then we'll answer some questions. Okay?
Okay. So.
Okay. Oh gosh. Jeez. Thanks, Eli. All right. Can you guys hop out for a sec?
Okay. Fine.
All right. Thanks. Lovely.
Bye.
All right. So Margot, can you close the door, please? Okay. Yes. So. Stickman says, good evening. Better content here than TV. That's great. JazzyNet100 says, flew a wing Z84, not the weather, the 2.6 evolution. A wing Z84, of course, fantastic wing. Congratulations. Matt Holiday says, I haven't looked into the Mavic Air yet. What are the main differences between the Mavic Pro, and the Mavic Pro? Well, Matt, the Mavic Pro is a larger drone. For all intents and purposes, the Mavic, the larger Mavic or the Mavic Pro, is a better drone. They don't have the extended functions of the asteroid mode and the boomerang mode and whatnot. The other major difference, okay, here's a big sticking point for a lot of people. So the sense and avoid system that's on the Mavic Air is much more advanced than what's on the Mavic Pro. So a lot of times what happens with the Mavic Pro is you'll be going through some tree branches, and it'll sense some of those tree branches, and it'll just come and it will stop. So the Mavic Air senses that, and it determines a path around it. So that's a much higher function sense and avoid than what the Mavic has. So Mavic senses something, stops. Mavic Air senses something, it finds a path around it, which is a big thing for me as well. The other big point of contention is that the Mavic Air has a rear-facing sense and avoid system, or object sensing and avoiding system. So you can be flying backwards, and this is where a lot of people crash their drones, because they're flying backwards, they don't see what's behind them, they crash into a tree. So that's going to be very helpful for doing videography. So in which store is the best to buy the DJI Air? The best store is going to still be DJI, and I will leave a link in the description of this video once we finish it, which will link to my affiliate account with DJI. I want to let you guys know that I am an affiliate with DJI now, and anything you buy through my affiliate links will help support my channel, obviously. So the base cost on it, I think, is $7.99 is the base cost on that. So let me just take a quick peek at your guys' comments, and thank you for being nice and silent, my son.
All right.
Wait, Matt.
Got some comments.
Daryl Gilbert says, sounds good. 239 Giant, hey, how you doing? Drift Warrior says, hi. Aaron Davencia says, can you donate to me? I wish I could donate to myself, frankly. Let's see here. Mr. White says, evening, mate. Evening to you, Mr. White. Thanks for commenting. Relax Videos, can it do HDR panorama? What about exposure lock and for video recording? Yes, I think that the video is not, you cannot tap to focus. I think it's focused at infinity for the Mavic Air. Yes, son. Well, that's what we're talking about right now.
Oh, the one that you're gonna get.
Yes.
We're gonna get the Mavic Air!
Shh, okay, you guys, please. And can you
Can we tell them our accomplishment?
Well, yeah, go ahead.
We just jumped 6 stairs on a scooter. It was really scary.
I mean, exposure lock, not focus. I'll have to figure that out, Mr.
Okay.
Relax Video. Thank you. Let's see here.
Okay, dude, let's go. Dad, can we go back down there? I'll set another 20-minute timer.
Yes, you guys can.
Yes, Margo,
Right.
we can go back.
I'm sending my kids out into the world. Let's see. The Prester says hi. Craig Bitcoin, $1,000 or $1,200 for the combo here in Switzerland. 20% more than in the United States. We'll still be buying one though. That's good to know, Craig. And hey, you can use my affiliate link when the video is done if you wish. Now, let's see here. Mr. White, but the price of the Phantom 4 Pro with extra battery costs the same as the Mavic Air Pro combo, so surely that's a no-brainer. Now, the Phantom Pro, here's the thing. I know a lot of the guys that own all the drones, and the one that they always use is the smallest one. Seriously, to be able to travel with like a Phantom 4 is a big issue. So take that into consideration as you make your decisions. Let's see here. Nico Myers. So there is an old saying about what is the best camera that you have. It's always the camera that you have with you. So if you're able to take a small flying drone with you everywhere you go, it's going to be the one that you're going to use all the time. If you're lugging around a P4P, it's going to be a different situation, most definitely. Let's see here. Nico Meyer says, I'm building a big hex right now with a mirrorless Campbell gimbal, etc. I have to say, all these new DJI products are pretty demotivating. Most definitely, Nico. I mean, it is great to build your own drone and know what goes into it. But the footage that you get from a Mavic and a Phantom and all these DJI drones, it's all that headache down the drain because the footage is so rock solid. I mean, I've seen these drones parked in the sky and it looks like they're hanging off of a crane. They're just rock solid. It's like having a tripod in the sky. So, man, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Relax Video says, hi kids, thank you. Can you share some 2.7K 60p original samples yet and the JPEG picture? I didn't find such yet. So Relax Video 3D, I have not received my Mavic Air yet. So this is just a discussion telling you guys that I've ordered one and the reasons why. All right. Which stores is the best to buy the DJI Air, says the Prester. And the best store is always just straight from DJI because if you're outside of California, you don't pay tax and it's free shipping. So there you go. You learned something new. I've already been through the process. Let's see. Relax Video. After geek buying, can I buy a DJI Care? Yes, you can. I think you can buy the DJI Care for up to a certain amount of time after you purchase the Mavic Air. Let's see here. Matt Halliday. I threw my iNav into my S800 full throttle, hold straight and level with no input on the controls, over 100 miles an hour. Would recommend looking into iNav. Yes, I need to look into iNav. It's just my time is very limited right now, so me programming iNav is not going to be something I can get into right now. But thank you, Matt. That's really nice to know. Relax Video saying, I mean Expo Lock, not Focus Lock. Like I said, Relax Video, I need to look into that. There were some specifications on whether you can tap to focus or and do exposure lock and all that stuff. So that stuff I don't know about. So as soon as I get the drone, that'll be something that we'll be going over. Let's see here. Charlie Span says, hey, from Texas. And the Prester, and hey, Charlie, how you doing? The Prester says, but shipping is only in the United States. Can I send to Poland? I don't know. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Good helpers. They're talking about my kids. Thanks for the answer, says the Prester. And Relax Video says, oh, sorry. And that is the end of the comments. Emil Goel says hi. So anyway, guys, I think I'll wrap that up. I've got my notes here. Let me just see if I ticked off everything that I was talking about. 3-axis gimbal. I want a 2K60. It's a tool. Yeah, some people are tools too. The range is not an issue for me, most definitely. There's a lot of the new modes. I'm guessing now, guys. Before you get this drone, I'm guessing that they're gonna have a Mavic Pro 2 is what I would assume, and I think it's been discussed on the forums that that's probably going to be coming out pretty soon. So it's a big investment, and that's why I've been holding off for such a long time. It will add to my YouTube channel. I don't think it will make a significant difference. I think it'll be a fun toy to get and unbox and review and use on my vacations. I've taken some pretty cool vacation videos and edited it all together for my family, and that's one of the reasons. Another one of the reasons that I wanted to get this drone as well, just to add some quick flights with the drone, just to capture a quick moment, then put it away. So that's what I want in a drone. I want it to be there when I need it and not there when I don't. And the tiny package that this comes into is really attractive. So if you guys are following my channel, I did not get to fly the Phoenix Evolution today or this weekend. Here's a funny thing that happens on a lot of Hondas. I drive a Honda Element that I've had since 2004. It was brand new. It's the only car I've ever brought brand new. It has 8,000 miles short of 300,000 miles. And what would happen is I would put the key in the ignition. It would go in really tight. It was starting to get tighter and tighter, and it was hard to turn the key. So the part for that cost $350, and it cost another $300 to have it installed. So this weekend my time was taken up by that. I found a YouTube channel, and here's why I love YouTube. This one guy, he's a locksmith, and he took a detailed video on how you can take the whole ignition system out of the car. You drill out 2 rolled pins. You have to drill the side of it and pull them out, and you pull out the whole cylinder. And the cylinder does not have tumblers like a standard lock. What it has is these wafers that when you put the key in, all the wafers shut down like this, and then it's a perfect rolled cylinder, or it's like a lock cylinder. So then you can turn it and start it. So as those wafers wear out, when you pull the key out, all the wafers pop up so that you can't turn the ignition, right? So you put it in, they pop down. So what was happening is I was putting them in, and several of them were staying popped up, and because of wear and the little the wear marks would hold those pins up. So I found this video on YouTube. It took me about 2 hours. I drilled very carefully, and I did everything in the video. I pulled out the lock tumbler, and sure enough, those little wafers were in there. So all you have to do is yank those wafers out, pop the key back in, put everything back together, and I saved myself $650. That was freaking awesome. I love YouTube for that type of stuff. I don't know about you guys. So that was where my time went this weekend. I wasn't able to mate in the Phoenix Evolution, which is a 2600 millimeter motor glider. The other thing is we are experiencing Santa Ana winds this weekend as well, so it wouldn't have been a good weekend to try a motor glider in these kind of winds. It is really gusty out there, and things are getting blown around. So anyway, that was my weekend. So in the comments down below when I finish this video, tell me guys, has YouTube saved you guys a ton of money on stuff like that, on DIY stuff? I love YouTube for that reason, and I've told this guy, you know, next time you're in Southern California, I'm gonna buy you a beer because you just saved me $650. And plus, I didn't have to wait until Monday to get my car fixed either. So it was really cool. So I love, you know, after I watched the video, I'm just like, this is something I can definitely do. So okay, to all 24 of you guys, thank you for joining me. I'm just going to look back at my comments real quick to make sure that you guys haven't asked any other questions, and then we'll wrap this up right now. I really, really appreciate you guys joining me here. Let's see here. Nico Myers says, in the event that I suddenly have an extra grand or two, how do I use your affiliate link? So as soon as I'm done finishing this video, I'm going to go on my DJI affiliate, and I will put the link in the description down below. Thank you so much for considering that. It's a great way of supporting my channel without actually, you know, paying to Patreon or something like that, or committing to like a monthly, monthly commitment. Goel says it's a good machine. Two Monster says greetings from the field, got the S800 up to date. Awesome, Two Monsters, that's really cool. And Craig Bitcoin Bilton, I've been pronouncing your name wrong, I'm so sorry. Craig Bilton says, what software do you use to edit the drone video? I am a huge proponent of Final Cut Pro X, which is Final Cut Pro 10. It is a powerful editing software. Most editing professionals use that. A lot of people in the movies use it to edit, so it's really powerful. You can. Here's the cool thing as well: is if you have a lot of footage, you can import it and you can immediately start to render that footage immediately. Even if it hasn't downloaded all the way, you can already start to edit it. So a lot of computer programs, you import the videos, you've got to wait for however long it takes to import that. If it's 5 minutes or 20 minutes, you've got to wait until it's fully downloaded first. It saves me a ton of time, so I can just hit import. I can already start putting those clips down on my timeline and immediately start to render and edit those. So that and I taught myself how to use Final Cut Pro X just from watching YouTube videos. You know, I knew how to set up a timeline. I'm like, okay, how do you? Any question that you have, like, how do I add a black screen? You YouTube it. Just type in FCPX and your question, and it'll always come up. So there's thousands and thousands of videos on how to use Final Cut Pro X. Now here's a funny thing, is that when I got my new computer here, or before I had my new computer, we have our old computer, our 2007 iMac. I was using a pirated version of Final Cut Pro X, but there was a lot of updates from that that free version that I had, that I needed for what I'm doing now on YouTube. So when I bought this computer, which is the iMac 2017 Casey Lake processors, I decided to go ahead and just purchase Final Cut Pro X. It was $300, but I tell you, it is a great program for anyone that's getting into videography. And it's a one-time thing, and it gets constant updates, so you can you have all the latest LUTs and everything at your fingertips. So if you guys don't know Peter McKinnon, he is a great YouTuber. He does vlogs and whatnot. I was able to buy his LUTs. A LUT is like a filter, like, you know, it's almost like a filter for like Instagram, but he has a LUT package that was like $15. I've been using that a lot, and I'm able to shoot now in a program on my iPhone in a RAW format, so that I can have a RAW format which has no processing in it. I put it into the computer, and I use one of Peter McKinnon's LUTs. I overlay that on top of the video, and I'm able to control my my color saturation and my darks and highlights and everything from there. My goal for this year is to get a much more cinematic look to my channel. Put a lot more effort into getting interesting angles and slow-mos, and I think that's what makes the video interesting for me. And it'll just add a new dimension to my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for the question. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. Drift Warriors, question outside the topic. What gearing do you have in your YD2S? Drift Warriors, I have the stock gearing, which is a 20-tooth pinion and whatever the stock spur is. And everyone at the track that I drift with, and which was last night, is using the same combo. So I don't think you really need to change it. On that note, guys, thank you so much for joining my channel. Everything, Craig Bilton, thanks. I hope it runs on my Mac Mini. It should be just fine, actually. So guys, thank you so much. Just shout out to Dab family, Dab fam. It's really fantastic that you guys are here to join me. Stay tuned for the unboxing. As soon as I get it, I will let you guys know. Follow me on Facebook, Jeff Yang, JEFFYANG, and or 7demo7, or on Twitter, 7demo7RC, and on Instagram, 7demo7. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Sweet.